بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد الصادق الوعد الأمين أما بعد. So inshallah, I think we are at part 9 of the Prophet's story. And inshallah today we'll talk about the Prophet Ishaq and Yaqub. Now those two prophets, they're like son and father, but their story, it's not mentioned in the Quran, and the Prophet didn't mention a lot about them. It's a little bit mentioned, so it's going to be a really short session, inshallah, today. But again, inshallah, for knowledge. So, so the story of Ishaq and Yaqub alayhi salam. When Ibrahim alayhi salam become older in age, he and his wife. So Ibrahim alayhi salam had many kids, right? Among them, two are very well known. And we've talked about one of them. His name is Ismail. If you remember the story, we've talked about it a few months ago when he asked his dad that he saw a dream that he's sacrificing his own son. And we all know that the dream of the prophets are true. And we've talked about the whole story. You can go back and watch it again, inshallah, if we have to. So now we're going to talk about the other son, which is Ishaq alayhi salam. Now, Ishaq alayhi salam, he came when Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife reached a certain age that usually at that age, they cannot make more kids or they cannot produce kids anymore. And as we mentioned, Ibrahim became sheikh or like an old man. And his wife, her name is Sarah, also reached the age of 90. So her age is 90 years old. Thank you. And she had many different issues. The main thing is that she can't, because of two reasons, she can't make kids anymore, which is her age, and she physically can't make kids. But then Allah Azza wa Jal have sent an angel to Ibrahim alayhi salam to give him a glad title and to give him a good news that oh, Ibrahim, we're going to have a son. After that age, yes, you're going to have a son. So what did Allah says in the Quran? In Surah Al-Dhariyat, I believe, says, قَالَ أَبَشَّرْ yeah. See. وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ. Allah have given Ibrahim Ishaq. وَيَعْقُوبَ and Yaqub. كُلًّا هَدَيْنَا وَاجْتَبَيْنَا. And in a different ayah, Allah says, in Surah Ankabut, وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ وَجَعَلْنَا فِي ذُرِّيَّتِهِ الْكِتَابَ. So Allah gave Ibrahim Ishaq and Yaqub. Can you guys hear that? So what was the response of Ibrahim alayhi salam and his wife? Because she was listening in the background. When she have heard that she's gonna have another kid and his name is Ishaq, she was shocked. And Ibrahim said, and he said, how come? His wife said, sorry, not Ibrahim. His wife says, how come I'm gonna have kids and I'm old lady now? Now, there is something that Allah does that it's out of our hands. So there is certain things that happens, and if Allah wants something to be, and simply can tell it be, and it will be. Kun fayakun. Okay. Then Allah, as we mentioned, have given them a glad tidings through the angels to Ibrahim that they're gonna have a son. His name is Ishaq. And just for our knowledge, as I told you guys, we don't have a lot of things about the Prophet Ishaq in the Quran, but there is something called stories from the people of the book. So we have a little bit of information about it. We don't believe in it and we don't deny it as long as those stories does not contradict with the Quran and the Sunnah. Okay, so what is the story that has to do with Ibrahim and his son? So Ibrahim has many kids. Among them are, as you mentioned, Ishaq and Yaqub. And how come they're wondering how Allah is gonna give them a baby, or how come they're gonna have a baby and um they're old. Now the question is, we should ask ourselves, how did Allah create Adam in the first place? So who created the reasons? Allah. So Allah is the one who created the reasons. He can make the reasons happen. So yeah, subhanallah, if Allah wants to do something, just simply say be and it will be. And how Allah create Adam and Hawa from nothing, simply. Okay. So Ishaq himself had two kids. Now, after he grew up, he had two kids. And those two kids, the first one, his name is Yaqub. And we're going to come in the story of Yaqub when we talk about Yaqub's son, which is Yusuf alayhi salam, beautiful story and beautiful things that we're going to get benefit out of it. And the second one, his name is Al-Eis. So now Yaqub also is going to be a prophet. Allah chose him as well to become a prophet from the descendants of Ibrahim and his son Ismail and Ishaq and Yaqub and Yusuf alayhi salam. And we're going to come to that inshallah. Okay. So as I mentioned, some of the stories we'll take it from the people of the book. So we don't believe in it. We don't have to accept it all the way, but it's just for it's information for us. So one day, Yaqub alayhi salam have went to his uncle, and on his way, he slept next to a rock, and he saw in his dream that Allah is talking to him, and he told him that he's going to be blessed, and he promised him this land that he lives in it right now. So when Yaqub alayhi salam wake up from that dream, he immediately marked that rock because Allah told him that he promised him this, and he told him that he's going to be for his descendants and all the people after him from the prophets. But then, so what happened after that? He went to his uncle after he saw that dream, and he decided to build a house next to that rock, next to that place that he saw that dream in it. And that dream, that house, it's called El, the house of El. Now the word El in old history, it means Allah in their language. Now, so it means Allah in their language. So that's why when we say Ismail is like the Ismail and Israfil and Jibrail. Now the El at the end means Allah, like closer to Allah or the server of Allah or Head of Allah and so on and so forth. And that's where this name is going to come in our story. So when he met his uncle Yaqub, he lived with him for a while, and he decided to get married with his daughter, with his uncle's daughter. And he told him that he wants to marry his young sister, sorry, not sister, his young, well, the younger sister, and her name was Leah. And he told him in order to do that or to have that young sister, you have to work for me as a shepherd for like about 7 years. And after those 7 years have passed, according to them, according to them, he told him that the custom is they don't get married the younger one before the older one. So he married the older one. And he told him, so I want to marry the other one. He said, you gotta wait 7 more years. And he did wait 7 more years. And at the same time, he was working for him. Um, and according to some narration, that he'll sit with him for like 20 years in total. Okay, so Yaqub alayhi salam. As we mentioned in the ayah, وَوَهَبْنَا لَهُ إِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ. So Allah have given Ibrahim Ishaq and Yaqub alayhi salam. وَجَعَلْنَا فِي ذُرِّيَّتِهِمْ نُبُوَّةً. Allah made in their descendants prophethood, wal-kitab, and the book. Excuse me. Yeah. So Yaqub is the son of Ishaq, and their grandfather is Ibrahim alayhi salam. And Ibrahim was known as Khalilur Rahman. Um, and also, and they're from the descendants of Saleh. So if you can kind of notice, it's all a chain of prophethood that Allah have sent. Ibrahim, also Saleh, Yaqub, and all the way to Yusuf alayhi salam. Uh, when okay, yeah. Now the story of Yaqub's sons. Now when Yaqub alayhi salam, after, as you mentioned, he went to his uncle and he married Rahil and the other sister Lina, and he talked about the not miscommunication, but yani, the argument that they have. Eventually, he married both of them, and nowadays that's not okay. But back in their time, that was something normal. Now Yaqub alayhi salam had two wives, as we mentioned, Rahil and Leah. He had kids from both of them wives. He had about 12 sons, among them Yusuf and his brother Binyamin. And those are going to be really key stories of upcoming ones, inshallah. And we're going to talk about exclusively about the story of Yusuf alayhi salam. So with that, so let's just continue. Okay, so then one day, uh, at the city that they're living in, uh, yeah, that's going to go to the story of Yusuf. So that's pretty much what we know about Ishaq and Yaqub. And the story of Yaqub, it's not done. We're going to continue it with the story of Yusuf is going to be next time, inshallah. I know this today is going to be really short. Before we move on to the game, we're going to talk about, before we move into the benefits, we're going to talk about an ayah before we finish, inshallah. Allah says, كنتم شهداء إذ حضر يعقوب الموت إذ قال لبنيه ما تعبدون من بعدي كنتم شهداء, and you were witnessing إذ حضر يعقوب الموت, when Yaqub was about to die and the time is come to him. إذ قال لبنيه, when he told his sons, ما تعبدون من بعدي, what are you going to worship after me? What their answer was, قالوا نعبد إلهك, they say, we'll worship your Lord, وإله آبائك إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق, and our fathers, who? Ibrahim, Ismail, Ismail and Ishaq, Isaac. إلها واحدا ونحن له مسلمون. Only one God, and eventually will be Muslims. ونحن له مسلمون. So the benefits from this story, number one, patience is the key for success. Where can we see this in the story, guys? Do you guys have any clue where can we see this? Suggestion. I'll give you a hint. When Yaqub alayhi salam waited in order to get married, he waited 7 years, right? And he waited another 7 years to marry the other sister that he was looking for. Interesting. And the second thing, the prophets has a ru'ya or a dream, and their dream are also true. Not like other people. So sometimes when we talk about dreams, dreams will be falling under three categories. A normal person will be either dream from Allah. Allah will give either warning you from something or give you a glad tidings of something, or would be from the shaitan. The shaitan will come in your dream and would deceive you. That's why we see like a bad dream or something horrible in your dream. That would be from the shaitan. And sometimes you would see just mixed dream because you will be in life that there's so stress to the point that you just wanna release them away another. That's what you see those kind of things. That's interesting. And one other benefit that we can see is worshiping Allah alone, and that's what all of these prophets came with. And what was the wasiyah or what did the father, when he was about to die, told him? He told him to worship Allah alone and to follow the religion of Islam. And by the way, Islam is submit yourself to Allah. That's the word of Islam means. Yes, the word wasn't existing, but the meaning of Islam was there. Okay, so that'll be it, inshallah. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay.
What did you say? And
you guys have any questions? No questions? Okay.
No.
We'll go straight to the game, inshallah. We see everything can see. You guys ready?
No.
Oh, so now game.
I'll be right back.
Okay, guys, get ready because you gotta join the Zoom, join the game. Okay, so we have Yaqub and Ishaq. Okay, guys, what game do you want to do? Just type in the chat. Type in the
Any.
chat.
Fishing frenzy? Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Gold. Fishing frenzy.
So far, 2 fishing. That means we're gonna do one. Guys, if you're not gonna write, you're not gonna choose. Okay, we have a 50-50. We can do both games, crypto and fishing. We'll start with fishing. Okay.
Yay.
And then we're gonna do
Fishing.
crypto. All right, cool.
Can you send us the code?
Sure, I will. Just give me a second because it's loading.
Hey.
Oh, I have to press.
Fish.
It's been a while. Okay, we'll make the time 5 minutes. Okay, I'll send you the code right now. Let's go to the chat. Click on the code. You'll find it.
Wait, do we go to Safari?
Yes, it's gonna take you to Safari because it's a website.
Oh, I get it. Look it. Black.
If it's charged, you can remove the wire.
Yes, 42.
No
4, 2, 1.
8 people shows up. What about the rest? All right, there is 9.
Wait.
All right, guys, I'm waiting. Does anybody need help? Does anybody need more time? There's 12 people, which is...
I need more time.
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Okay? It's really simple. Just press in the link. It's gonna take you straight to the game.
I went on Blue Kit.
You went, Omar?
I went in Blue Kit, but in not in chat. I did it with searching it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna play the waiting game and look at waiting for host.
All right. Did you find it? Because we're gonna start in 20 seconds.
Yay. 20, 19, okay, I'm done. Oh man.
Rehan, you got it? Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna start right now, guys. You'll get ready. Whoever missed it, that's okay. We'll do the next round, inshallah.
I'm winning this. Blobfish.
Guys, less than a minute. 40 seconds. Ten seconds. Let's go. Wow, I have a winner. All right.
I'm in fourth, fifth.
Laban is first place. All right, nice.
Wow, that's a lot of. Oh.
Good job, Laban. We'll do another game, crypto. Now we have a winner from the fishing. And let's see who's gonna be the winner. Crypto. All right. Wait, can't play the same game again? Oh, it's right here. All right, guys, get ready. The same thing. Let's not waste the time. Let's get straight to it.
Oh no.
Laban, you still can participate. That's fine, but we gotta get the first one or the second one if you're the first. All right, guys, I'll share it right now. Okay. Hey, Han, try to log in now. By the end, you guys need more time? Ten people in. Who's missing? One more? Okay. If you guys need more time, let me know. If you're not logged in to the game, let me know.
I think that's it, because Lujan doesn't want to join.
Oh, okay. So we'll start it right now. Let's go, guys. Good luck. All right. Guess we're almost there. Let's see who's the last second winner. Oh, we have a fourth. Okay. Okay. Lan in third place. Mehran is second. And Rami, surprisingly, first time. Cool, mashallah. Okay, so Rami and Latin just stuck to the end. And we'll talk inshallah. Well, thank you so much for showing up, guys. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر